down at J.B. Mitchell playing football. Unfortunately, we didn't have a team that year, as was mentioned, because we only had 13 players show up at training camp. And we went to Kelvin. He continued on with us and then came back and was involved in that championship run we had in '88. Mike began his career in 1985. He played 3 years for the Pirates. As I mentioned, one of those was with Kelvin because we didn't have a team. The thing that characterized number 12 was his toughness. The best story ever relayed about Mike, and this one would like him race to me. As a coach, I always wanted to know if my players couldn't make practice. Well, there was an incident. Mike was going home from Kelvin on his bike, going back around J.B. Mitchell, and was going down one of the back lanes, and the car pulled out and ran into him. He tumbled off his bike and called my wife. Mark was home at the time taking my phone calls when I was at practice. Mike won't make practice. Well, why not, Mike? What happened? I got hit by a car. I go, that can't be good. You know, how are you doing? Well, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. You know, Mike made it to practice the next day and ended up having to play because I was starting fullback at that time. Got hurt, and I think he played about 2.5 quarters. Didn't complain. All black and blue underneath that uniform. But there was Mike, gutting it out for the team. Mike's sensitivity to the Pirates was unquestionable. As a 2-year captain, Mike led the Pirates to victory on several occasions. During the time that he was there, we had we had a game at St. Paul's. It was on Thanksgiving. It was very similar to this time. The Kennedy family had a trip to Ontario. I think it was around Toronto they were going. And there was, I think it was probably about 7:30 flight. Mike wanted to play, and there's his mom and dad sitting on the sidelines, you know, they'd be going, giving this, you know, like, no, we're not going to want to do this, you know, we took the lead, and now there was no way Mike was leaving. He did, he ended up playing, Young went, coach, I'm gone, into the car, off to the airport, changed on the way to the airport. So I don't know who you, I hope you're sitting with your family on that flight that you're on, because I don't think you've been very welcome on that plane next to everybody else. But that's the type of desire and heart that Mike Kennedy had. He was committed to the team. He would do anything he took for the team, and that was very evident. In our year that we ran the playoffs in '88, Mike dinged up his shoulder. In fact, I was going through some things at home the other day, and I found a little plaque that said, "From Chicken Wing." I guess that was my nickname for him because he had a dinged up shoulder when he came in. Thanks for all the coaching and time like that. So that brought back some memories for me along the way. In 1987, Mike was the team MVP, and in 1988, he again showed his toughness and suffered, as I mentioned, his shoulder injury. After graduating Grand Park, he kept the Pirates still in the picture. He returned to the coaching staff in 1988 with Stu, as has been mentioned, and took over the head coaching job in either 2001 or 2002. He since guided his alma mater to 4 championship appearances and was part of the 2011 championship bidder team. In 2012, Mike took on the role of Director of Football Operations for an ever-expanding football program. And in 2014, Mike was rejoined the coaching ranks as full-time foreigner and position coach with the JV Pirates. So, Mike, I thought you might be the longest. I said, I had 15. I think you've surpassed me as the amount of time that you've served the Pirates. It is indeed an honor of mine to have you come up and accept your jersey as a member of the 2014 Grand Park Hall of Fame.
It's the wide one, Glenn.
Yeah, it is. We're going to take a couple.